Hey there, welcome back to Venom's New Beginning, in which Venom has begun anew with Spiderman, his avowed enemy ever since he called Venom a nobody. Joke. Join us now as the gang newly begins to lay siege to Tyranis' lair, and Tracy begins a new, less creepy illustration. And I bet Kristoff is begging for news about Elsa's safety, right?
Go to jail!
Alright, you can send your booze to the comments section below, but if you have fanfiction suggestions or fan art to submit, email us at fanficnight@orderoftheleague.com. This is Fanfiction Theater, a celebration of 9/8 writing and all of its foibles, flaws, and unintentional hilarity.
A wave of relief fell over the group once Eddie agreed to help his bitter enemy, Spiderman. However, Eddie quickly reminded him,
"But don't you think that we're going to be friends after this? We're merely partners, for now. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it."
Spiderman said as he put his mask back on. Deciding to cut the tension between them, Kristoff asked,
What do you want us to do?
Stay out of our way and don't do anything stupid.
Eddie said as the symbiote covered his face and became Venom. Okay. The symbiote became Anyway, naturally, Anna didn't like hearing that and protested,
"But I want to help. She's my sister."
Ironman shook his head and answered,
With all due respect, Princess Anna, I'm afraid he has a point. It's too dangerous. Your safety cannot be guaranteed.
Of course, Anna still wasn't going to give up on being able to rescue Elsa. Shaking her head, the princess said,
"Look, I almost lost her once, and I'm not going through that again. We're a family. Elsa, me, Kristoff, Sven, Olaf, and Eddie."
When she said his name, Venom looked back in shock as his human face looked to Anna. Looking over to him, she nodded at Eddie to make her point, moving him further. He was about to say something to her when his body convulsed with the intense pain again.
You probably couldn't hear that, but I screamed.
Okay. He screamed as he fell on his knees, holding his heart. Kristoff and Anna helped him back up as the princess said,
"I don't understand. When Elsa froze my heart, I wasn't in this amount of pain."
Kristoff then answered,
"It seems Venom's a pussy. Perhaps the curse varies depending on the person. That would be convenient for the plot."
"Yeah.
"I guess so. I guess it's probably like 10,000 times stronger."
It's like a cold. It's worse for guys," Eddie said as he attempted to stand on his own. Once he was feeling better, he added,
"It feels like something is inside of my soul fighting to come out. Something evil."
A few moments of silence went by before Anna snapped her fingers and remembered,
"I got it!"
causing everyone to jump and look at her for an answer.
"I know how to heal your frozen heart, Eddie. Of course, why didn't I think of it before?"
Rough sex. What?
Heartburn. What?
Looking around at their blank faces, she put her hand to her forehead and said,
"Gotta have a V8."
Mentos flavor, Mentos ration full.
How do you all not understand this? It takes an act of true love to break the curse.
What will it take for you to
Well,
get
she
it?
only now just thought of it. Jerk.
But what is considered an act of true love to this thing?
Eddie Brock asked her, to which she answered,
Perhaps Kristoff is right. It may vary from person to person.
It was an odd change there. It didn't change the meaning, so whatever.
I don't know why.
Spiderman pitched in,
Perhaps saving Elsa will count?
to which Eddie answered as he once again became Venom.
Let's find out.
Then, without a further word, Ironman blasted off with his jetpacks with Spiderman and Venom right behind him using their web powers. Kristoff did his best to follow them with the sleigh down below on the ground. Thankfully, when Ironman mentioned the old abandoned castle to the north, Anna knew exactly where he was talking about. Their father used to hunt around the forest there and always spoke of it. Pointing to a crossroad ahead, she motioned and said,
"Take this right. It's a shortcut. My father knew this area better than the back of his hand and always used to take these roads."
To which Kristoff nodded and complied. Deciding to take the opportunity he had,
a golden opportunity.
He looked to the princess and spoke.
"This is my chance to look at the princess and speak. I'm gonna do it! Once I find my line!"
I like the way this is written. Lacana things.
Lacana things are going to get ugly pretty soon. I'm afraid neither Carnage nor Serpentine will give up Elsa without a fight. So in case things go south and I don't get the chance, I love you, Anna.
As he said that, he reached over and grabbed her hand. Anna looked over and smiled as she replied,
"I love you, Kristoff. We're going to make it through this. All of us."
Meanwhile, in Tyranis' lair. Eventually, Carnage came into the laboratory and told Serpentine,
"Tyranis wants to move the Snow Queen into the other chamber. He wishes to begin the summoning." A few minutes later, Serpentine and Carnage made their way with Elsa to the Master's chamber.
You can take it from
After Serpentine,
I think I've made
give
my
him the
point.
benefit of the doubt. He put in a line break at least. After Serpentine shackled Elsa to the far wall next to the mirror, they just keep shackling her in different places. He walked up to it and said,
"Master, we are ready to begin when you are."
Elsa felt a sense of dread when a fiery blue creature appeared in the mirror and spoke.
"Begin the incantation, Serpentine!"
Serpentine grabbed the Mundus Calcator and began thumbing through it. Once he found the right page, he set it down on a makeshift pulpit and began reading from it. The book was ancient, as was the language it was written in. Elsa listened in stunned silence as Serpentine read in the strange language. The book was really old, but it was in French, so it was cool. She couldn't believe what she was seeing as a strange force began floating from the book and made its way towards the cursed mirror. Once it drifted close enough, the magical essence picked up speed and slammed full force into the mirror, causing more of the blue flames to consume it. Despite the intense heat coming from the flames, the mirror stayed together and never burned. As Serpentine began to read faster, the magical force started picking up speed and eventually flooded out like a raging river. The blue flames became a raging inferno around the mirror, and then what happened next shocked even Serpentine as he continued reading.
That's almost the glass it was then.
Yeah,
it's close.
The glass on the mirror began to crack and float off completely. The floating shards parted down the middle as Tyranis began to emerge from the mirror. He circumcised himself on a piece of... He reached out his arms as each hand grabbed either side of the mirror frame. Then he began to pull his way through the mirror and into the world. Once he fully emerged from the dark portal, the shards began to float back onto the mirror and reform as if they never broke.
He just watched
Serpentine.
The Covenant, apparently.
Serpentine quickly kneeled on his knee and...
Sure.
That's where you kneel, man.
That's what it's there for.
and quickly motioned for Carnage to do the same, to which he begrudgingly obeyed.
Come kneel on my
Master.
The Snake Man greeted as he still remained low out of respect. Tyranis motioned for them to stand as he said in a deep voice...
Oh, deep voice now. Now you tell me.
Now he's in our world. Before, before it was,
Rise, my children.
They stood, and Carnage remarked,
"Welcome to Earth, boss."
And then punched him in the face. And
Suddenly, the mysterious figure turned to Elsa, causing her to gasp in shock. Tyranis stood 8 feet tall and wore a black robe surrounded by blue flames. Just like in the mirror, he had a large skull for a face, and his eyes and mouth were bursting with the magical flames.
He has a skull in his head, but then his face is another skull.
I just like the in front of the magical flames. It's like the marijuana, you know? Eyes and mouth were bursting with the magical flames. Oh, they were everywhere.
He's got the magical flames.
She worked up the courage and said to the creature,
You're the one from my visions.
Yes, Queen Elsa. I am Tyranis, the ultimate lord and shepherd of darkness.
Shepherd
as he answered her. Come on, darkness. Come on. As he answered her, he held out his right hand, causing flames to spark out of it. Okay. I feel like the new drinking game is causing rather than starting a new sentence. It's like we could interpret that these things cause one another if you list them in chronological order. Then within seconds, the flames morphed and turned into a walking staff, complete with a jagged blade on the end. The staff was solid black, but the blade was blood red. He walked with his staff closer to her and began speaking again.
So is it just a sword that he's walking with, or? Okay.
It's like a murder umbrella.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not here to just destroy this world, but rather to purge it. I want to shed it of all the hardship and pain. I'm here to destroy and wipe away the vices of love and mercy.
Is this Jesse
Come on.
or James from Team
Right?
Rocket?
Yeah. We're going to wipe away the
To
vices of
denounce
love
the
and
evils
mercy.
of truth
this
and
just-
love.
Is Tyranis an OC?
I'm
As
guessing,
far as we know,
yes.
Okay. I didn't know if there was an actual character.
I mean, I
or
think
this was just Mikhail
Skeletor...
Gorbachev's edgy
Yeah.
teenage phase.
Okay, so wipe away the vices of love and mercy. Love is weakness, and mercy only keeps the weak alive. Only the strong and ruthless should possess the right to live. That is why I've chosen to begin my conquest here, Your Highness. Your kingdom.
Yes, you are, a highness.
I also understand you have some very good tax credits.
Your kingdom may be small, but it is still the envy of Northern Europe.
It's not because my army isn't big enough to invade Liechtenstein, okay? Shut up. You're very influential.
Your reign of peace will be brought to an end, and then I will bring the rest of the world to its knees.
So that it's kneeling. Tyranis gave what appeared to be a smile through his skull teeth.
I suppose anything would appear to be a smile through his skull teeth.
It looks like he's smiling. I think he's happy about it.
Skull teeth, as opposed to...
Yeah.
And said...
Teeth are so weird without the skin on them. Well, maybe these are the inner skull teeth, because his face... Yeah.
Right, rather than his face teeth, his skull teeth.
Just exposed nerves.
Grinning through his teeth. I am also a giving person, and I pity watching Venom live misguided.
Let's send him a fruit basket.
He was the ultimate punisher for humanity until you corrupted him. It's because of you he has forsaken his path of vengeance. However, I shall make his path straight and usher him back to the darkness.
He's stronger than you think. Your evil magic and plans won't save you from him.
Elsa, I'm just thinking about how little sense that last paragraph made, because it's like, it's because of you he's forsaken his path of vengeance. Do people, I mean, vengeance doesn't make one evil, and if you make his path straight, then it's not like
his
the
vengeance
straight and
was
narrow
kind of-
path is a good path.
Yeah.
What was he
A lot of it
avenging?
is straight and narrow, but it just means it's pointed. It has direction.
I feel as if the author was trying to fit in as many Marvel references as he could, like the Ultimate Line, Punisher, Spirits of Vengeance. I feel like that's what he was going for there, and it's just fucking. Anyway.
Surprisingly,
I
it came out a
disagree.
mess.
I actually think there's merit in that.
In what?
Elsa's.
In that paragraph.
Somewhere in there?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, not the sentimentality behind it. Of course.
Okay.
Elsa
You
said
are all
bra-
weak, and I will destroy you.
Elsa said bravely.
We shall see, Your Highness. He has allied himself with an old enemy, and they are on their way here. It's too bad that they don't know they're walking into a trap.
Little did he know, Elsa had a radio receiver hidden on her person, and the next few minutes flew by before Tyranis spoke again.
On in that scene. But seriously, we better.
They just,
Flies when you're sitting in silence.
yeah. Oh, they're here.
Then a loud bang caused everyone to look at the metal door at the other side of the chamber. Bang! 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 After each hit, the door bent inwards. Then after the third time, it flew off its hinges, causing it to fly across the room. Tyranis, Serpentine, that was weird. Serpentine,
Serpentine.
and Carnage, Serpentine, and Carnage got ready for the oncoming fight as Venom walked through the door with an evil smile. Much to Elsa's shock, two strange-looking men followed him into the room. Why did those few minutes have to fly by? Like what?
Wouldn't it be ridiculous if it happened right on cue?
One was a man in an outlandish red and yellow armor. I
expect him to be like some condiment-themed superhero.
While the other one was wearing a red and blue outfit with a black spider on it. Taking another look at him, Elsa knew exactly who it was. Spiderman! Eddie allied himself with Spiderman to save her. Looking over to Tyranis, Venom said,
I guess it is probably Ironman by process of elimination.
Right, yeah.
I guess I don't think of his armor as that outlandish, but okay.
Well, you know, when you're
it is
a
out
simple
this land.
skull and serpent trying to...
Give us the snow. Oh, God. I did my vocal warm-ups.
Wet the old whistle.
Give us the Snow Queen or else, Boneman.
To which Carnage said,
You'll have to go through me first.
it was then the ultimate battle between... It was then the ultimate battle between for Arendelle and Queen Elsa began. It's about to go down. Battle for Arendelle. Good versus
Sounds like
evil.
a battle between Arendelle and Queen Elsa. It's like, no, that's where you live.
Between for Arendelle and Queen Elsa.
Yeah, get that
I apologize for the short chapter, but this next chapter is going to be an intense battle, and we'll take everything I got to bring it to life. So just for the sake of not making my loyal Venomites wait too long for an update, I posted this chapter. I will post the next chapter ASAP, I promise. But like I said, it's going to be a huge battle, and it's going to take a lot to bring it to life for you, my readers. So until next time, Venomites!
I love you chose the author's voice is like Body by Jake. You could hook this up to any dog.
In my head, it is Gary Oldman from True Romance, but okay.